We are coming to you now from Juapong in the northern district of the Volta region, and we are here to see how the bad nature of the roads is affecting business and also transportation. We'll be talking to business owners and drivers and passengers as well to see how this is affecting their lives. For an individual who visits Volta region for the first time, the journey may be tiresome and frustrating, especially when one is not accustomed to bad roads. They will have to meander and carefully select which pothole to fall into, despite the car one is using. Even for people who use cars like Toyota Land Cruiser V8 or a Tundra truck, the effects of the bad nature of the road is not lost on them. John Azameti uses a Toyota Ovan registered in 2019. He says traveling using that route is frustrating both for him and his passengers. Speaking to John, I realized that commercial drivers who ply the whole Accra highway through Asikuma and Juapong have to change their shock absorbers at least 4 times monthly, which is once every week. He says the bad nature of the roads have cut deeply into their pockets and drained them of any appreciable profit. Some of his colleagues and passengers whom I spoke to also confirm how frustrating the journey of the route is.
Overflow more big more if you and Maku Movala, my fear was Maho. A moment crack. Tano Boffy name self as I 1 hour. As I be Macabe 4 hours. Lamoji. My love alone Cremont name.
Yam Kwana here and Fia Copem Jebeni. Kwana Yakra. Missy and they say me to me faka, ewe num. Bayer 11:20 more. Me could do a Juapong 12:12, which means 1 hour. Bakwana Yanka, Banka the same Manka Medu in Tam Crabba, Abayania and Casasami, and to Kwana here, one best Kwan.
Some recounted the fatal accidents they've encountered using the road. They say the accidents, which mostly occur as a result of a driver trying to maneuver and also select the less deep pothole, makes them to veer off their lane and run into oncoming vehicles, especially at night as the highway has no street lights. I have been speaking to some of the residents who live on the stretch of the whole Accra highway through Asikuma and Juapong, and they say the bad nature of the road is negatively affecting their lives.
Our roads are very, very bad. We will say in our community like this also, we do say sometimes that our community roads are not for government. Our community roads are not to be done by the government, but they are the people who are controlling us. Here's the case at the only factory we have here. Instead of the factory to support us to do the road, they are also not helping.
Especially from under bridge coming to Juapong or going to Ho, it's not in a good shape. When you take Eastern Corridor from Juapong to let me say Peve, the roads are not good, and so we are also pleading for the government or the Minister of Highway to do something about it.
Some portion of the road is not good. There are potholes, and then especially where they did the railway. Before you get to the railway line, the road is not good. When it rains, the rains flows through the place with rocks, and then most of the times cars can't even pass through that place because of how the road is. So I think something needs to be done about it.
Says the driver better 10 cedis, the quantity no aju 20 cedis. And I quano so they were at in the man crop supra and a prank of Nansenya 2 weeks in it. So for Kakayama overtaking a quanin unity or dodgy potus. We could drive an sophomore free and will be Neira, Aka week penober and Wadi, Nina will come, Tiaban. Ye Hiano. No man, I'm a judge. Tia Hianum wa quana de Omesum Canamai.
Sometimes they used to dodge the potholes, and some time ago it nearly get an accident, and so the road is very bad. It's very bad, and from here to Atimpoku too, it's not good. So they should see to it and then do whatever they can do to it for us. We are suffering.
The road here has been in this bad state for over a decade, yet nothing has been done about it after several calls for the portion of the road to be fixed. But with the construction of the new buildings for the custom officers, the road has been at least leveled. But road users here still want the road to be tarred.
From Howard to Juapong, the road is so bad in a way that if as a passenger sitting in a car, when you reach, you have to go to hospital. When you reach, you have to go to hospital, or you have to get some painkillers, to maintain your body. So please, the road from Howard to Juapong, very terrible and very bad. So please, we want to plead with the government to help us so that we can, put the road in shape, so that we, the passengers, we can be happy with the government as a citizen in this country.
We drivers, we are all pleading about the government to help us. From Howard to Juapong is very, very, very bad. As I'm talking to you right now, I won't come back to Howard again because of the road. Because of the road, it is very, very bad. So we are pleading. They should do something about it for us.
The road is very, very bad, especially when you're from Peki to Have. A road that will take you for about 40 minutes, going to take you about 3 hours, which we, the passengers, we are suffering a lot. When you get to this station, the Asikuma junction here, where the customs and the migration officers are, they are suffering a lot. They don't even have a office to live in. When it rains, they have to be under the rain outside, which is very bad to this thing. So we want the government to come to our aid.
From Asikuma towards Ho, the road looks smooth, but when one is approaching Chitu Audome in the Ho West district, potholes start to appear. These potholes look very dangerous as they can be seen big and deep in the middle of a curve. This zone has become a death zone as hundreds of lives have been lost here. The recent one happened when 2 persons on their way to the cemetery for the burial of their uncle lost their lives trying to dodge some of these potholes. They have been caused by a resident in Chitu for the road here to be fixed. A person approaching a regional capital expects to see the road, if not a dual carriage, at least to be in a good shape. But a person visiting the Volta regional capital who, for the first time, may be disappointed, as little can be said about the roads leading to the Volta regional capital. The dual carriage, which started in 2013 by the erstwhile Mahama administration, is yet to be completed. With half of the dual carriage somehow completed, nothing can be said of the other. Some of the road users who spoke to me say their lives are in danger if the other half is not completed.
The fact is that it's not good at all, and we've spoken a lot about it. We've cried over and over about it, but unfortunately nothing seems to be done. Now the danger we face is that now the lane that should be for just a vehicle, you have for whatever reason 2 vehicles trying to just use that one lane, which is very uncomfortable, even driving through the night. The last time I had to come from Accra to Ho through the night, it was risky because then there are construction works even going on. The railways and the heavy duty cars that use the same environment really doesn't make it safe at all in any way for those using the vehicles, those using the motorbikes or whatsoever they are using on those roads. Trust me.
The Roads and Highways Authority in Ho say efforts are underway to put the road in a good condition.
The Asikuma Ho Road is a national road, N5. We call it N5, and currently, as we speak now, only 8 kilometers of it, of the 33, it's in bad state. So we have a resealing project on it, and the contractor has currently, we have a physical progress of about 38%, and I know that by the close of next year, that portion that is from Sokode to Enyinawase the contractor will complete the project so that the entire section, that is from the Asikuma to the Sokode, will be in good condition, because we did our road condition survey quite recently and we realized only that portion was rated very, very badly. As in the surface condition, we had a lot of potholes, a lot of depressions, alligator cracks on the surface. But because of the resealing project on that particular section, hopefully next year, that part, the road will be in a good session.
Residents or road users are familiar with this spot, not because they have to alight from their car each time they get here to be inspected by the custom officials. They are familiar with this place or this spot particularly because of how bad the road is when they get here. They are calling on the government and other state agencies to come to their aid and fix the road for them. Reporting for Citi News, I'm Desmond Selasiago.